Hello everyone, we are looking at how to create this animation of a character running across the screen. So we finished animating the character on the spot. Now we'll make him move across the screen, add the background and sound effects. Alright, so let's get started. Alright. So the last time when we created this project, if you go to composition, this is our character. It was like this, we had 3 layers. Now if you go to composition settings, it was 720, and in my case the character was moving out of the screen. What we need to do is we need to create a new composition, call it final. All right, so I will delete the final one and do it again. So I'll go to composition, new composition, we'll name it final, and it is 1280 by 720, and we need to bring in the character file here. So when you drag the file, it is going across the screen. We have to scale the character down, and when we scale the character down, you can see that it's getting uh, clipped. So we'll go back to our character composition and go to composition settings, and make this 900. All right, and then that will make the ball within the screen. So we'll save this, and then if you go to the final, now that clipping has gone away. The problem is our character is only uh, running once. So we will again go to back to our character composition, select all the layers and hit the U key. Now what we need to do is we need to uh, loop all the layers we have animated. So if you go to Alt click, you say loop, L-O-O-P, capital O-U-T, and in the bracket we put semicolon and say CYCLE, cycle. Okay, so you can control C this, and when you click out, there shouldn't be any errors. Okay, if there is an error, that means you have made a spelling mistake. So we have to do this to all. Now I have done the X position, but I don't think there's any key for the X position. We'll do that to the Y position as well. Control V. And now you can see that beyond this, the ball is going to move up and down. Okay, so now we are looping. We have not added the rotation for the ball as well. So what we will do is we can add some rotation. So we'll see that there is this key. When the character comes down, we will move him in the front, or actually one frame later, so it will react to the coming down. So -25, and here it is 0, and we will need an extreme pose on top. Okay, and then this will be 25. All right, so that when the ball is in the, when it comes down, it's down, and it is up here at 25. So we will look at the keys again, make it easy, ease all of these. Okay, so this will have to be copied. This completes the loop, right? So we need to complete the loop here as well. Then we can delete this one. So this minus 25, I think we can make it minus 10 or plus 10. So I don't want it to go down a lot. So here it is coming down after the impact. Okay, so you will see how it looks when we Control C, Control V this. Okay, so let us look at how the ball is rotating. Okay, and then we will continue to cycle, and once it is red, that means the expression has been accepted. So we need to make all of these red. So let us do this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so once you come back here, your character should be looping. All right, that's done. Now let us focus on animating the character from left to right. So we need to go to the position key, and we will separate the dimension, and we'll animate the Y key and move the character out of the screen. So maybe the leg is visible, and say at the end the character goes out. Alright, so smart. We need to animate the X, and I keyed the Y. So this key has to be at this side. So let us put it 10 seconds. Okay. And in the beginning, we'll put it here. Okay. Alright, so it's taking way too long. Let's make it one second. Okay, so now what we need to make sure is that this key, I will move it in. Okay, this is where he has reached the ground. Okay, so there should not be any sliding for the next 3-4 frames. So now the animation is too small. So what we can do is we can go to view, show rulers, and then we want to make sure that the character stays here when the character is reached here. Okay, So what we need to do is we need to move this key until he reaches here. That's about it. And now the character is not going to slide. Okay, so let us try this here. Okay, so the character has reached here. Let us work with the front part, I guess, because here it is sliding. Because when the character is this part, when it is here, this should be there. Okay, and then if you trim it here, then you can see that the character will. So that's done. We will bring the background. So you can go to freepik.com and select a background. What I have done is here freepik.com. Okay, freepik.com. You can download free graphics. I search for sir. Oh, actually, I search for landscape. I think landscape. Okay, and then you can use this image or any other image that you like. Maybe this one. We need a flat ground for the character to run, so maybe this one is good. Where is the one that I found? Should be somewhere here. Okay, I don't know where it is. I don't want to waste time, but I found this one and separated the tree layer and then the background layer. So what we will do is we will import file and we will import the landscape as a composition. Okay, double click it. Composition settings. We need it 1280 by 720. Okay, and we are going to scale these two elements so they're big enough. Excuse me. Okay, you can scale the tree separately if you want. You can move it around, see what you like. All right, and then we can bring the final actually between the tree and the layer. Okay, so we want to make sure that the character goes through it. All right, so you have the background, then the character, and then the tree. Okay, and then you can then place the character, or you can even go to final and make it even smaller because the character looks big, so maybe 40%. And then again you'll have to work with the So in fact, this looks better based on the guide. So I'm working with the front part of the foot, okay, and then when it leaves, matches there. So this looks more realistic. We'll go to landscape and plate. Then we can use the position and move the character down to decide where he should land. Okay. So again, the final one is trimmed at 118. So landscape we will also trim at 118. Hit the N key, right click, trim come to work area. Alright. So you'll get this. So now the character is moving across the screen and looping. Now what we can do is go to layer, new camera, just select the default camera, that is fine. We'll go to two views. Alright, select the tree. Tree is in the front, so we will move the tree, make it 3D, make this 3D, and move tree in the front. You can move it up. And scale it if you want. And then this one can go in the back. Move it down and scale it. Alright, so that looks good. Okay, so you can select the camera and turn the camera options, depth of field on, okay, and then you can change the aperture so you can get the blurry. So you can see if you turn it off and on, okay, you can further increase the aperture to get blurry. Okay. So now our character is going to stand out from the blurry background. Cool. You can control how blurry you want it. So I'll put it at 750. You can select the character and turn the motion blur on. I think it has to be within the character. Select all layers and turn the motion blur on. So if you go to final, I think has to have motion blur. So it will bring it into. So we have motion blur and then depth of field, character moving across the screen. Go to one view. Now sound effects is the last thing. So what we want is that this thing should happen 3 times. Okay, so we will create a new composition, final sound. Okay, and then I will drag the landscape here and then control D this 3 times. Okay, and then go to animation, keyframe of assistance, sequence layer, and now our animation will play 3 times. Okay, now footsteps. So what you can do is you can go to YouTube and search for footsteps. sound. All right, and you will get a lot of footstep sounds. Look for a small length of file, so 2 minutes. Okay, and then we want something in the grass. Okay, something that sounds good to you. And then also look for nature sound. Okay, and then we need small file sizes. 8 hours is way too much. Okay, so some bird sounds and stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my character file, and here I need one sound twice the sound of the footsteps. I'm going to import the file. I downloaded run footsteps. Okay, so let us first analyze where they are. Okay, so if I go to the folder, put barefoot. This is what I want. So it is one